Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. So today we are talking about Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, Season 1, Episode 10. And this was kind of one of those feel-good episodes, you know, a little if you got some siblings. Especially this will tug on your heartstrings a little bit, I would think, maybe. But basically, the gist of this episode is you got two demon brothers who are fighting. They're kind of like giant serpent snake things. Kind of think Medusa is the best way to describe their looks. And when they are born at birth, they are born conjoined. So like literally, so basically fused together, kind of at like the waist, but in this case the tail. So they have kind of the upper half of their body. They have control of both their arms. And one of them devours the other and becomes stronger. And that's the one that lives and moves on. See this with a lot of things in the animal kingdom. If you're not familiar with goats, typically a goat has 2 or 3 babies, and usually a couple of them sadly end up dying off. Fun or sad fact for you there. Because it is in the animal kingdom, the strongest survive. They're only going to take care of the stronger one, not the weaker one. And that's just kind of how it goes in that situation. And this is kind of similar. However, the head of this clan of serpents, she has been raising these two together because they are both so equally powerful and both so equally matched. She was waiting for them to get to an age where they had peaked basically with their demon energy, and she was going to absorb all of it all into her own to make herself stronger. So these two are fighting it out the entire time. In part of the episode, they end up going after Setsuna's and Toa's pearl. So they steal the pearls from them. They actually somehow manage to enter their bodies, and they are fighting each other in their bodies, which is really weird. They can't control it. But thankfully, Setsuna has some sort of demon slayer magic going on that she keeps like in her arm, throws that out. It's like poison to demons, I guess, which is kind of interesting because you would think it would also hurt them as well, being half demon, but I guess because they're half human, it doesn't affect them or something, and it ends up drawing the brothers both out of their bodies. They continue to fight, and they end up taking the pearls with them, going on to see the head of their clan. The head of the clan is like, cool, and then that's when she starts trying to steal their abilities. And during this, they're basically screaming out to one another because the one is getting its demon energy drained while the other is trying to stop it. And Setsuna and Toa, Mora gets left behind. She left them behind in the previous episode. Now she gets left behind on this episode. They ride, what is his name? Let me scroll down here. Tachio, if I'm saying that, Take Chio, probably butchering that. They ride him up to the mountain that they're all hiding on, and Setsuna kind of jumps in because she gets like these faint images. If you remember kind of like the first scene, when they are separated from one another, Setsuna pushes Toa out of the way, and then Toa tries to go back and save her, and that's where they get split up. And she's not exactly seeing who it is, but she's getting a little bits and pieces here and there. So that kind of leaves us hope that we don't necessarily need to see the dream butterfly, because 9 out of 10 we're not going to get it in this season. We only have 3 episodes left, and the chances of us completing that part of the story are slim to none. Also, apparently I say Sesshomaru, it's Sesshomaru, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly now. I've been butchering his name the entire time. I've said it in previous episodes before, never watched the original series Inuyasha, so you know where I'm coming from in that aspect. But yeah, butchering names. I think half of you just show up to watch me butcher names. That's what it is. That's why I get many views. It's like, oh, maybe he'll correct it this week. Nope, he's still butchering it. And is he going to finish it off by the end of the season? Nope. And it's K-Gome. I've been saying Kai-Gome. I've noticed that as well. But it is, some of the Japanese names are hard for me to pronounce. It is what it is. You gotta work with what you got. If somebody corrects me, I'll try to fix it. If I have the ability to look it up and see how it's pronounced. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. I thought I had them right. I was wrong, is what it is. Moving on to the next part of this. So she's getting all of these little instances, images of them in her head. And it's kind of ringing some bells, you know, bringing back some of her memories. And Toa is seeing this as well. One of the brothers actually ends up teaming up with Setsuna, lights her staff on fire, thinks you're going to injure her, but no, not really. She's doing it because apparently that is very detrimental to serpent demons. And she has this giant, crazy, fire, wind, awesome, beautiful cyclone burst. Kills the head of the clan, but the two brothers ultimately end up dying as well, because basically one has to consume the other one to live. If they don't, they both die, and they got ripped apart, literally. And because the one didn't consume the other, they got ripped apart. Both ends up causing them both to die. One obviously because like he was more ripped up than the other one. He was completely ripped up. The other one wasn't completely ripped up, but he got shanked in the back a few times, and that ultimately led to both of them dying away, turning to dust, passing away. And it was cute, Mora being best girl again, trying to collect the ashes as proof of her bounty, and it's funny to watch her. She seems like she's ungrateful, but she's definitely kind of the comedic experience. They end up going to these villagers. She ends up eating a bunch of food and flopping on her back, saying, "Oh, I'm stuffed. It was so good." And they're like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. She means well." And then obviously trying to collect the ash to get the bounty, but it's blowing away in the wind, so no bounty for Mora today. Sorry, dear. Sorry, best girl Mora. You're not getting it, unfortunately. I don't really know how far we're gonna get. Don't know if we're going to get a season 2, because it definitely seems like there should be a season 2 at this point, because they're leaving a lot of loose ends if they didn't get approved for a couple of seasons right off the bat. Because obviously we haven't seen any of these old characters. Shishomaru, if I'm saying that correctly again, everybody seems to want a piece of him. I don't know why. I don't know what he did. I know he's like the head demon at this point in time, so that's probably why. Everybody wants a piece of him because he puts other demons in their place, but I don't really have a lot of backstory to know exactly what he did throughout the series. I know him and Inuyasha fought a lot. That was a thing that happened frequently, but other than that, I don't have the full backstory. So maybe he did something in the 10-year period or 14-year period after Inuyasha ended that was bad to other people, and it's left some bad blood, and everybody wants to go, get a piece of him. Wouldn't surprise me if you see a bunch of team-ups going after him in a future episode. Next episode isn't really going to have a lot going on, I don't think. It looked like they ran into two siblings again, and there's like a giant pond monster thing. So what's probably going to happen is it's probably going to be very similar to this episode that we just had, if not almost identical. The reason I say that is because two siblings, trying to look out for each other. Then you get the pond monster trying to tear them apart. And I'm guessing this is something where it's going to kind of do a few clicks to Setsuna's memory, and it will allow her to remember a few more things. And then maybe her and Toa will get a better connection for this foreseeable future. Mora, who knows what the heck she's doing. She's doing something with her sword in the episode, being best girl as she always is. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think that pretty much wraps up this review. Not a whole lot, going on. Not a whole lot of in-depth things to look into, minus Setsuna trying to get some of her memory back. So this has been a review of Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. I'm going to give this one 6 out of 10. Definitely wasn't terrible. Definitely wasn't great at the same time. It kind of floats somewhere in the middle. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.